y'all, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Angel, aka the Angelic Muse. I'm an intuitive tarot reader as well as a certified Reiki practitioner. And as you can see from the title, I am just back here to do some mini messages for each zodiac sign. So what we're going to do is we're going to start from Aries here, and then we're going to work our way all the way down, up and through to Pisces here at the end. If you'd like, you can check out your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus signs, or whichever you feel called to. Is up to you entirely. All the timestamps and things will be down below, as well as all of my links. If you'd like to book a personal session with me, you can do so over at my website, www.theangelicmuse.com. And that link will be down below, as well as all of my other connections if you'd like to connect with me outside of this platform. Timestamps will be down below as well. So without further ado, and just to be clear, I did just go ahead and I pulled one tarot card and one oracle card because they are mini messages, so we won't dwell on them too much. But yeah, so without further ado, I will see you guys at your timestamps. All right, so we are going to start it off with Aries first. So for Aries, you have the Queen of Pentacles for your tarot card. And you have partnership. Allow healthful, supportive partnerships into your personal life and career, and both parties benefit as a result. You are receiving help from heaven and from a person who brings needed skills and resources. Okay, so Aries, right off the bat, so with this Queen of Pentacles, naturally, I just feel like it's a giver, someone who gives, someone who's motherly, whether you're male, female, or not. You just have that giving nature. You can be fatherly as well. You just have these leadership qualities that you don't really ask for much. However, it's interesting because with this Queen of Pentacles, she has these branches coming from her head, but it doesn't really seem like they're yielding much results. So what it feels like to me is that you need some sort of assistance, or maybe you don't even necessarily feel like you need it, but it's obvious that you need it from other people or outside sources. So it looks like someone will be coming in to grant you that, as long as you are willing and open to allowing it. That does also include, I'm thinking of like a plant growing, and sometimes some of the leaves will become dead or withered or whatever the case may be, or they're not necessarily revivable. So this also includes breaking away from and releasing yourself from maybe habits, people, situations, anything toxic that doesn't benefit your growth. It seems like whatever is coming in here for you will yield you more results than maybe even you needed, or you not even that you thought you needed, rather. Another thing that's coming out to me is it's interesting because her eyes are closed. So this could be something as simple as like a self-care day for you, just to be able to rest and recuperate and not feel like you have to give so much or do so much. So it seems like what's coming in for you, whether this be a relationship, whether this be a business contract, or even if it's just money that just takes away some of the relief, the from you financially, it does seem like it'll be benefiting you in more ways than one, and it'll allow you to flourish and grow in ways that you didn't even think were possible. So Aries, that's what I'm picking up for you. Let me know if this resonates down below, and we're going to move on to our Tauruses. So Taurus, you have Ace of Swords in reverse. And then you have gratitude list. It says, counting your blessings and feeling gratitude for what you already have helps you to be centered in your heart instead of fixated on worries in your mind. What and who are you grateful for right now? Keep focusing upon gratitude and you'll discover the amazing generosity of this universe. All right, so my Tauruses seem to be in their heads about something. So much so that it's causing you kind of have a lack mentality going on, and it could just because of your circumstances or your surrounding. It may be harder for you to see that based on the reality that you're living in at this time. But for some of you, it's weird because with this picture, it seems like whatever the thought is or whatever is causing the mentality, it starts out really small and then it starts to spiral and you create like all of these other thoughts and ideas in your head that may or may not be true. So I think that what this message is calling for you to do is just stick to, like it says, what it is that you're grateful for. It could be the smallest thing. When it comes to faith, you literally just need a tiny mustard seed. I don't know if you ever heard of that quote, but like faith as big as a mustard seed, that's all you need. Just not to give up hope and not to give up doubt that whatever it is that you are working towards is going to work out just fine. And it'll work out in a way that is beneficial to all parties involved. I think that what's happening here is because the idea and the thought is so small, it's causing you to kind of not see the bigger picture when it comes to the like what the inner workings of what is going on within your situation. But you're being called to just have faith and don't worry, no matter what it looks like. There have been so many instances in the Bible that, you know, it didn't look good. It didn't even feel like it would turn out well. And it all did in the favor of the person who was called to do the job that God called. So maybe for you, I mean, you are Tauruses. Taurus energy can be a bit stubborn at times. So maybe your mindset is just a bit more stuck than you even may like for it to be. But it is causing some sort of tension here. And it's causing you to like, it's causing you to, what is the word? It's something about like making something bigger than what it is. Like even if you look really closely, I don't know if you can see, but there's like math equations here, and it's like, who's figuring all that shit out? Like it's almost like stuff that you don't even need to be bothered with is coming to the forefront of your mind, and it's taking you away from your end goal. So your main goal now should be just to stay focused and know that with God, all things are possible, no matter what it looks like, no matter what it is that you're going through. And just keep faith there. So, Tauruses, please let me know if this resonates with you down below. And we're going to move on to our Geminis now. Gemini, you have the Devil in reverse. And then you have Windfall of Abundance. It says, an increase in abundance is arriving in many different forms, some of them unexpected. Be open to receiving and know that this abundance comes to you to support your life purpose, health, and charitable work. All right, so some of y'all about to be feeling like the little kid on Christmas. Y'all see Santa Claus coming through. If you believed in Santa, I don't know, because I didn't believe in that growing up. But it just gives me the feeling of someone who, like, is eager and excited for life at this point. And then you got the Devil in reverse. So that's all about breaking free from toxicity, breaking free from habits that no longer serve you. So Geminis, you seem to be in the right element at this time. And it says an increase in abundance is arriving in different forms. So this is like not just money we're talking about here. This is an abundance of health, an abundance of vitality, and it's abundance of wealth and love and forgiveness and peace and freedom. So this is literally you taking those chains. The Devil upright, there's loose chains on the necks of the people in the Rider-Waite version. But in this one in particular, it's almost like now that's a man there, and then there's like a man in the corner, but I can't tell if it's the same person. But this could just be another side of you that kind of had a hold on you, and you weren't able to fully release it in the way that you wanted to. But it looks as if God is coming through here and saying, like, listen, it's definitely happened. As long as you've taken the necessary steps and strides towards it, you'll be more surprised. Like, you'll be surprised when you're stuck in Devil energy. It's really dark and it's hard to see the light. But I feel like with you coming out of this, Gemini, it's going to like be more so like a catalyst for you. And again, you're going to think of making a wish list for Santa Claus. You got a whole list of things and that you want. You may or may not expect to get all of it, But if you do expect to get all of it, you'll be receiving more on top of that. And if you don't expect to get all of it, if you're one of those people like, oh, I'll settle for like 2 or 3 things. No, you're getting way more than you actually bargained for. And there's also a bunny rabbit here. And like, I don't know why that just came out to me. So maybe some of y'all are going to be surprised with a baby. I don't know. If that's what you're looking for, then you might just find it. Who knows? But my Geminis, that is what I'm getting for you guys. Let me know if it resonates down in the comments. Because I don't know why that bunny would be out in the snow like that. Like, I know I saw the deer. You know, I'm thinking of reindeer. But the bunny, why? I don't know. So next up we have Cancer. So for Cancer, you have the Star card. And then you have Sever Vows of Poverty. It says, Dear one, there's no need to suffer or sacrifice. Hold the intention of undoing any vows of poverty or self-denial that you may have made, consciously or unconsciously in any lifetime. As you do so, all effects of these vows will be undone for everyone involved in all directions of time. So, right off the bat, what I'm thinking about, and I always tend to go to the Rider-Waite and think of what that one looks like, and in the Rider-Waite, she is not clothed at all. But in this one, she does appear to be. But what I feel like it's saying is that you're surrendering nonetheless. You are still very much vulnerable, but it's not necessarily to the outside world. It's more so vulnerable to God, to your higher source, and your more understanding of your connection. Like you're understanding your purpose, your path, and this is, if you're not, you're definitely coming into this once you are equipped with what it takes to not feel like you need to suffer or sacrifice, to be able to be vulnerable and to show your true self to the world or to your partner or just to anyone, to yourself, really. It's all about not denying yourself of the luxuries of life. But I feel like what you're seeing here is, like I said, you're noticing your connection here. And you're noticing just how much power it is that you do have. And even with this card here, she's like a peacock girl. Like, I don't know. She's like a peacock girl. And I remember doing a reading where I had stated that, like, the peacock, if I wasn't mistaken, and I wasn't at the time, I was talking about how they fan their wings as a defense mechanism, like to ward off predators. I do feel like that's what's being depicted here. Like, you're blind to the bullshit, more or less. Like, you're not allowing any outside distractions in. But also, that is a call to mating for the men, like when they want to mate or they want to show off a little bit. So I think this is just a little opportunity to show off. You know what I mean? Not necessarily in a way where you're not humble about it. I think this is more so a humble brag. But it's like, yeah, I did that. I pulled myself out of that poverty mindset, that lack mindset. And now I'm attracting what is going to allow me to grow, what's going to allow me to fall into my abundance, and what's going to allow me to be myself and just flourish in a way that I've never flourished before. That's definitely what I'm getting from my Cancers here. And also, this is like it's interesting because she's isolated, although she is in the Rider-Waite as well too, but she's almost has like these fences around her. So again, I just feel like this is just eliminating all distractions and just understanding that, like, you have denied yourself for so long, and now you're realizing your power and you're undoing all of those things. So that is what I'm getting from my Cancers. Let me know if it resonates with you down in the comments. And then we have Leo's next. Leo. So your tarot card is the 3 of Swords. And then your oracle says, words of abundance. You have the ability to instantly manifest abundance by choosing powerfully positive words. Always describe your own and the world's economic situation in loving and optimistic terms, and that is what you attract for yourself and others. Yeah, so this is all about how you talk to yourself. All about how you talk to yourself, all about how you talk about your situation. This 3 of Swords, it's typically, it's like a release. this just seems like it's tethered to you in a sense. It's like you want to release it. You want to release the way you talk to yourself. You want to release these feelings, but you almost feel tied to them in a way, and it's more painful to hold on to them than it is to let them go. I feel like you almost feel like they're a part of your identity in a sense. That's just what I'm getting here. It's literally like, this isn't like the typical Rider-Waite. It's tied to her at the heart space, and it's almost as if she is wearing it. It's almost as if everyone sees what it is that she's going through. Like you can't even hide it at this point. But what I'm seeing here is that you want to master your words. You want to master your mind. And I know that this is not the easiest thing to do in life, because the mind has a way of sometimes playing tricks on you, sometimes, and it's not anything of your own doing. This could be upbringing. This could be something you heard once or twice and it just stuck. But you have the ability to unstick it. You have the ability to see this world from and I know there's so many things in this world where we could say, oh, why does this happen? Why does this happen? Woe is me. Like, it's never going to get better, because it kind of allows you to feel like you're accepting your fate. But the thing is, you have the ability to create it in a way. Words are so powerful. That's why prayer is what it is. That's why prayer is so powerful. That's why petitioning is so powerful, because you're the ability to put words on paper and make it work for you. And I feel like what this is saying to you is that you need to understand your own power. Though you may not see it now, you may not even feel it, depending on your circumstances. It may feel like the world is coming down on you. But God created you in his image, and created you with a voice, and created you with more potential than you even see during this time. And it's up to you to see that. Not only that, but there's a child and a woman in this picture here. So I think this is all about maybe reparenting your inner child, whether it's something you didn't get growing up or something you got and forgot about. Or not only that, but if you have children, they're looking at you and you are an example for them. And this isn't to put more pressure on you or anything. It's just to say, listen, you were given the ability to create life. You were given the ability to create life and to build upon that. And that in itself is a gift. And just to be careful about what you say to yourself around your children, or what you say to your children about yourself. There's so many different, and there's endless possibilities to that. But just to be mindful and ensure yourself that there's power in your words. Even if you have to wake up every day and say, listen, there's power in my words, and I will use them carefully. I will use them wisely. And I will not speak down on myself. Because life is too short. Life is too short. We want to soak up all this goodness as much as possible. And again, I know it can be difficult at times, because life do be lifing. I understand. But that's when we have to kind of take the lead and say, no, this is my life. And I have God on my side, and I can do all things through him who strengthens me. So I definitely feel like if you're going to wear your heart out like this or expose yourself emotionally, you really don't know who you'd be helping by sharing your story, even if it's out there and people are understanding of the fact that you're going through something. You would be surprised how many people can relate to you. And this isn't to say go out and spill everything about your life. It's just to say there's someone who can relate to that, and there's nothing wrong with using their both of your situations as an example, and say, okay, well, I can tweak myself in this way, and maybe try what they did, and it'll benefit me. And it's like a piggybacking, you know what I mean? I just don't want you to cause yourself any more grief and strife and pain, and where it's outwardly being shown here. Not in a way that doesn't benefit you at all. Like you want to just be able to use your time, your space, and your energy as wisely as possible. And your words, obviously. Starts with your words. So, so we're going to move on. Leo, let me know if that resonates down in the comments, please. So next we have Virgo. Virgo, you have the Ten of Wands, and then you have deservingness. It says you are a beloved child of God like everyone else, and you deserve to receive the support that will allow you to focus upon your divine life purpose. Even if you can't yet recognize your lovable qualities, trust that God and the angels can see how amazing you truly are. Oh, let me show you that. Sorry. All right, so you got Ten of Wands and you got deservingness. Talk about a hard worker who doesn't feel like they deserve to reap the benefits of it. Because that's all I'm seeing here. Someone who carries a lot of weight on their back and feels like they still, it's like, it's almost like you carry everyone else, but then when it comes time to you, you're like, I'll take this, like, or you make progress, but it's not the progress you want because in your mind, you don't even feel like you deserve it. I'm seeing here, it's interesting because with this particular, oh, my nail, sorry, with this Ten of Wands, she's not carrying all of them. She's only carrying a few in a bag, and then she has like her animal companion here. She has 3 laid out here, and they're on fire. So it's almost like you're taking baby steps towards your progress, but you're not quite there yet because in your mind, you still don't feel like you deserve this thing. But I'm here to tell you, and the cards are here to tell you, that you do deserve this thing. And that's why you have the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands, although it can be a burden to carry, it can be a lot of weight to carry, it looks like here she's actually taking the steps, necessary steps to put them down. So maybe you don't quite feel like you're making progress in comparison to other people. Maybe that's what you're doing, is comparing yourself. This could be the weight of comparison, or it could be the weight of just whatever baggage it is you're holding. You're just not letting it go as fast as you like. But rest assured, we're on God's time. So if God says you're doing okay, if God says that you're doing right by his will and his word, then that is all that matters. Even it trumps what you say. And I know that sounds crazy because, we're all so wrapped up in our feelings and our own minds and things like that, that we can't really fathom that our feelings not being factored in. But that's not necessarily how life works here. You don't even want to factor your feelings in this situation necessarily, because your feelings are just going to steer you into a direction of undeservingness. You're going to continue to beat yourself up or feel like you're not doing enough, but you are. You are. And after that Ten of Wands, you turn into a page. You take all those experiences and the lessons from the Ace to the 10 and you apply it to your page, and all the way up until you become a queen or a king, whatever it is that but I think that this is a true testament to the hard worker that you are, in all honesty. And I feel like what this message is saying to you is to just keep going, and to keep on lighting that baggage or whatever it is, allowing it to fuel you and light the way for you so that you can move on to the next step. Because that's all going to burn down, and you will not, it'll be transmuted into new energy that'll benefit you in your next journey. But yeah, so Virgo, let's see, let me know if that resonates down below, Virgos, and we're going to move on to our Libras now. So Libra, you have 5 of Wands. Ooh, and quiet retreat. It sounds like a bunch of bullshit going on. So let me. It says it's time to disconnect from the outer world so that you can discern and process your true thoughts and feelings from your inner world. Create this quiet time for yourself and you'll have more clarity about what to do next. Yeah, it sounds like a lot of bullshit going on. Like when I hear this, when I see this card, I hear so much that I can't even make out a single sentence. So this could be a bunch of arguing. This could be mental chatter. This could be a bunch of opinions. This could be a fight. This could be anything. This is general, so it's going to resonate with you however it does. But either way, you definitely need some quiet time. Then this does not include sleep. A lot of people like to include sleep in their quiet time. They're like, oh, well, when I go to bed tonight, it'll be quiet or whatever. No, because even in your sleep, you're not actively quiet. Like you're just sleep. This is intentional quietness and stillness that is needed here in order for you to get your mind right. Even if you look at this 5 of Wands here, anybody, tell me what the goal is. Because what is she doing? What's he doing? Like, what you reaching for? You know, it's just a whole lot going on. There's no end goal here. And there won't be one as long as there's a bunch of chatter and confusion and fiery. Like, it just seems like a lot of doing here. Somebody needs to sit still. Sit still and prioritize and like just get clear on what it is that you want, what it is that you desire. This could be social media, whether this is a comparison thing. You just want to still your mind. Still your mind intentionally at that. You know, the mind is a powerful, powerful thing. It's more powerful than we like to give credit for at times. But some stillness, some meditation, even if you listen to some frequencies while you are meditating or just sitting in silence, maybe this is a quiet walk, because you don't necessarily have to sit still to meditate. You don't have to sit and like lay on the bed or whatever. People meditate when they run. People meditate when they work out. People meditate when they walk. People meditate when they cook. Like when you know, like there's so many different ways to meditate. We don't want to hunker down on just one. But I feel like this message obviously is telling you it's time to disconnect from whatever it is that is causing this confusion, or your life to kind of go towards the way of being not necessarily in shambles, but just disorganized. And that'll help you to achieve what it is that you're looking to go forwards in your next steps. So, Libra, so we're going to move on. Let me know if that resonates with you down below. And then Scorpio, you are next. You have the 9 of Swords. And then you have visualize abundance in all forms. It says, God gave you such great spiritual power that everything you visualize eventually becomes reality. Hold a steady vision of that which is beautiful, healthful, positive, and filled with blessings, and that is what you will experience. All right. So, you got the 9 of Swords. 9 of Swords, it's weird because she just has a pillow. She's outside and she has all these birds hovering over her. She's not in the bed like the typical Rider-Waite. However, I feel like there's a lot of pain here. She's in red, obviously. So I feel like obviously this is a lacking feeling. You may be losing sleep or just being overwhelmed by what you may feel is like plagued. That word came to mind, like plagued by a bunch of like just hardships. So you think in your mind. But with this visualize abundance in all forms, I think what it's saying is that keep the faith. But 9 of Swords energy just gives me like going to bed and maybe not necessarily having dreams, but having like nightmares or thinking the worst about something. And this is just saying for some of you, if you feel called, before you go to bed, to just take a few minutes to just visualize your life in the way that you would like for it to be. And to just hone in on that for just a few minutes, or even allow it to be the visual that you see before you go to sleep. And not to say this is an easy fix, or like this is the end all be all and this is going to get you to your goal. But I think steadiness and consistency with that, and not even just when you're going to sleep, but just all throughout the day, when whatever it is that's plaguing you pops up, just to think it's all going to be, I am abundant, I am blessed, I am prosperous, I am worthy of all good things without conditions to them. Like I'm worthy of being respected, I am worthy of being loved, I'm worthy of being cared for. Whatever the case may be, just visualizing it, saying it, speaking it, allowing it, praying about it, whatever the case may be. But keeping that vision, because it seems like the 9 of Swords, like I said, the only vision you have in your mind is the one that you've created out of whatever situation you're going through. And it's so uncomfortable for you that she's not even, like I said, she's not even in a bed. Like, you're feeling this outside of the bed. You're feeling it on the way to bed. You're feeling it in your waking life. And it's time for you to take your power back. You know, with this red card, red card, with her wearing this red dress, yes, for sure, it does feel like a lot of pain going on, but there also feels like a lot of passion. And I do think that as powerful, as much as you can feel pain, you can feel pleasure just that much. Like, it's like an equal balance there. Like, you have it in you to, whether you feel like you can physically at the time or not is one thing. But you have that capability and that power. You're a spiritual being. We're just humans for a certain amount of time. But we're very spiritual. We're more powerful than we like to give ourselves credit for. Especially when times are coming down on us, or we're hit with a hardship that we have the ability and the capability to get out of. The nines are all about introspection and going within and pulling that out of us and willing ourselves to the finish line. And the thing, the upside to the Nine of Swords is the Ten of Swords. It may not be an upside for some, but that is the end. Like, it's like I can't take this shit no more. Something's got to give. It's almost the rock bottom. So just know that if you are on your way to your rock bottom, or if you feel like you've already hit it within this Nine of Swords, it's only up from here. And you're so abundant. You're so blessed. You're so healthy. You're so beautiful. And that is what's all of that beauty, health, and abundance is coming to you. As soon as this is hard to listen. Weeping may endure for a moment, but joy will come in the morning. Listen to It's God's Property. See, I'm usually not good with these titles, but if you feel called, listen to God's Property, More Than I Can Bear. I'm telling you, I listen to that when I'm happy. I listen to that when I'm sad. I listen to that when I'm going through it, whatever the case may be. That shit, excuse me. Sorry. Oh, sorry, God. Oh, I gotta stop cursing anyway. That song, I love that song so much. Like, it gets me through. So I just wanted to spread that to you. If you feel called to listen to it, then go on ahead and do that. But we're gonna move on now to my Sagittariuses. Let me know, Scorpio, if that resonates with you down in the comments. We're going to move right on. Sagittarius, this is our season. My birthday is on the 20th. If you're a Sagittarius, drop your birthday down below. Sagittarius sun. Drop your birthday down below because it's our season. So we got ask for your needs to be met. And we got the Six of Pentacles. Okay. It says, God and the angels can come to your aid only if you make a free will choice to be helped. And it begins with asking. It doesn't matter how much you ask God for help, but only that you do so. The same holds true with clearly asking other people to assist you. All right, Sagittarius. First off, asking for your needs to be met. I'm going to get into the Six of Pentacles real quick, actually. Six of Pentacles, that is about giving. That's about balance. That's about give and take. However, with this particular card, if you look, there's different circles. And it seems like the two bigger ones are up for grabs. And it's leaving maybe you with the smaller ones. So maybe you feel like you're deserving of leftovers, or you're deserving of whatever it is that you can get. But God is infinite. God has the power to cure all things. God has the power to give and take away. He has the power to give and take life itself away. So with that being said, that's just to give context on who it is we're dealing with here. So in terms of asking God for requests and things, there's nothing that's too big or too small or unreasonable for him. And if in the event that what you're asking for is something like that, it'll be tweaked in your favor is what I'm saying. So like if you asking for something that 10 other people asked for, whatever is given to you or you're blessed with would be tailor-made to you. But the point is, like the card says, to ask. Don't just go for scraps, because you're just as worthy and just as favored as the next person. We're all human. We come and go the same way. It might be different circumstances, but we're all going to meet the same maker at the end of this life. It doesn't really matter. Like, you could see somebody out here with millions and millions of dollars and you only got 5 to your name. Does that mean you're not deserving to ask for anything? You could see somebody out here with a bed while you're sleeping on the floor. Does that mean you're not deserving to ask for a bed just because, you know what I mean? It's just like no one person is better than the other. It's literally all in someone asking or somebody putting themselves forward enough to go get it themselves. But I think that what is being said here is that you are worthy. You are worthy, and you're not just for scraps. Not only that, but look at this. If you look at this lady here, she looks almost pregnant. Now, she's not. I think she's holding the moon. I had to look at it real quick. I think she's holding the moon, or this angel, rather. She's holding the moon, but she almost looks like she's pregnant. And I'm just thinking of pregnant women and how, like, I've never been pregnant, never had kids, whatever the case may be. But I know that from stories, pregnant women always talk about how they get this and that treatment. Oh, he gave me the seat. Oh, I had an extra plate of food. Oh, they opened the, like, you know, and it's all things that, like, it's extra, but it's abundance. It's like, I deserve that. Like, yeah, I'm bringing life into this world. Please, like, help me. Almost like damsel in distress type energy. So, yeah, maybe this is a time for you to ask. Like, open your mind. Ask and you shall receive. The worst somebody can say to you is no. And I'm talking to whether you a Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. You got that fire up in you. So you can ask for something. The worst somebody can say is no. And if they say no, that's just your out or your way of knowing who to be discerning and who to ask to. Now, you do have to be discerning in the wise too. If they say no because they simply don't have it, that's one thing. But if you know you're a giver, and then you ask somebody for something just on a whim, like, hey, can I, and they're like, nah, I don't want to, and then you have to be discerning and realize who's there for you and who's not. And if they're not there for you, you know what to do. And if they are, then you know what to do. It's pretty black and white here on this one. But yeah, it's not only that, but there's also a bunch of different colors here. So maybe there's some balancing of the chakras that is needed. Maybe the solar plexus or the sacral. Solar plexus when it comes to your confidence in asking, or just being able to be receptive. In essence, it could be a root issue too. Just based off of your upbringing or things. Maybe you didn't really ask for much growing up. But, as we grow, our ways are tweaked. And the world around us is changing every day. So we have to be okay and comfortable with asking for our needs. This is ask for your needs. Not your wants, but your needs. So if there's something that you need, yes, damn right, you are very much entitled to ask for that. No questions asked. And respectfully, of course. You don't got to be an asshole about it. I'm pretty sure you're not. I'm hoping not. If you are, don't do that. But just respectfully ask. And, the worst somebody can say is no. They do. Go from there. Anyway, Saggies. Happy birthday to y'all. Well, the Sag Suns at least. I'm excited. Let me know how old you're going to be in the comments if you feel called. I don't know. Everybody don't tell their age, but I'm going to tell my age. I'm going to be 32. Okay, so on to Capricorns. We got the Magician. Okay, and then you got attracting. Oh, sorry, y'all. Attracting, not chasing. Anything or anyone you chase after will run the other way because of the fears underlying chasing energy. Instead, attract what you need by sending out love, gratitude, and welcoming energy. All right, Magician. The Magician does attract. The Magician does not chase. The Magician has literally, not necessarily in this card, he's literally doing it with his hands. Or is that a girl? Let me see. Oh, no, that's a guy. He's literally doing it with his hands. He doesn't even need the wand, the sword, the cup, or the pentacle because he is that. It all is within him. I feel like this is saying you have more power than you give yourself credit for. You did get the Magician card. The Magician has a divine connection to God and the earthly realms. It's almost as if saying like, just think of a magic trick. Just think of how many people are like fascinated by the trickery of magic or how it gets done or whatever. And this is kind of giving me the feeling that people may be asking you, how did he or she do that? Like, how did they do that? You don't want to chase this. You don't want to, because just think of like, it's like you're playing a game of cat and mouse, and the cat can't get into the smaller parts where the mouse goes to hide, and it's more of an obstacle or a task. You're the cat, obviously. So it's more so about just allowing things to come to you, because you have everything you need. You just need the task to come to you so you can make the magic happen. This isn't about like bending over backwards. It's not about like trying too hard here. It's about just knowing that the way is lit for you. The way is lit for you, and you're so infinite in abundance and in possibilities and the things that you're capable of doing, that I think sometimes that goes missed because you get so caught up in the earthly realms. You don't really, maybe, not to say you forget about your spiritual side because you're here, but maybe to say you don't consider it as much as you should when it comes to doing these tasks. And I feel like this message is to say, like, listen, even here it's crazy because, I don't know, I'm noticing these candles, they keep like popping out to me, if you can see them. It's like people can't even hold a candlestick to you when you're in your element. Like they can't even, people may look to you for help more than, and it's just like when it comes to you doing for yourself, you kind of get into this grind mode, where grind mode, hustling. Oh, I just shook the table. Hello. Sorry. I just shook the table. Sorry, y'all. But grind mode is not as luxurious as it sounds. Like sometimes we have to sit back and let things come to us. And I feel like that this is what it is saying to you. You have so much within you. You could just sit there. You can literally sit there and make it happen for you. And people will be amazed. So it's all about not trying too hard. I mean, and I get it, because Capricorn energy is like very hardworking, very, very stern and like diplomatic. So I understand it. But just know that you can allow some magic to happen sometimes, or allow yourself to be surprised by you at times. You never know what you could do. If you did something a little different, you may end up surprised. So Capricorns, let me know if that resonates for you down below. I'm going to move on to my Aquariuses. So Aquarius, you got 7 of Pentacles. And then you got unlimited ideas. Your mind is one with God's infinite mind. Therefore, you have complete access to unlimited ideas guaranteed to bring blessings. All you need to do is to take divinely guided action to allow these ideas to come to fruition. Wow. So you got, oh wait, I didn't show you that card, sorry. So you got the 7 of Pentacles. And it's funny because most people feel like this is such a boring card. But what I feel like it's doing is, like, if you look at that plant, you see how it's 7 pentacles that created that same plant. So say you have a goal in mind. These are your ideas here that this card is talking about. These are the many ideas in order to get to this goal. So whatever it is that you're working towards, whatever it is that you're striving for at this time, you don't sleep on yourself. Don't sleep on your ideas. If there's something, like if your intuition sparks something, go for it. You know what? And just a transparency moment. When I started this YouTube channel, I was like really, really hesitant about it. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm going to do. Now I'm in it. I can't go back now. I'm already here. I done posted stuff. Y'all done seen me. It is what it is. So I'm going for it. My point, and I'm not trying to make this about myself. What I'm saying is that prior to that, you know how many crazy channels I saw? And I was like, they're doing that. Not tarot, but just like crazy stuff. And they got like people like loving on it and entertained by it and going for it, subscribing and all that stuff. And I'm like, you know what? I can do this too. Why? Because I'm just like them. And the same applies to you as well. Don't sleep on your ideas. Don't sleep on yourself. Don't sleep on what God's calling you to do either. Because There's some boats that will be missed and they'll set sail, and what's for you will not pass you by applies when you actually go for it. Because if you don't go for it, then it will naturally pass you by. If you just sit on them, I think this is telling you, listen, Seven of Pentacles, it may seem like a boring card and like overall, like you watching a plant grow. That's not fun. Like you don't even see the growth in it, but you really don't know where that spark is going to come from. Put it all out there. Go for it and see which one hits. See which one takes off. It feels like they all will. It feels like they all will, because like I said, all 7 pentacles are making that same goal come to life. All 7 of them. May be boring to watch it happen. May not be the most fun. You may even be doubtful at times because you don't really see movement. However, they're there. It's like it says, you have complete access to unlimited ideas, guaranteed to bring blessings. These cards are not lying. I promise you. I promise you. All you need to do is take action. All you need to do is water it. All you need to do is go for it and trust that God is going to allow this to grow, and you can rest assured and rest easy that all will be well. And I didn't do this for all the other piles, but it is weird and really interesting that there's a purple card. That's definitely crown chakra, third eye chakra energy there. So it's about, you're really tapped in. You're more tapped in than you probably give yourself credit for. And you again, 7 of Pentacles isn't the most like fun card, but you know, you definitely have a lot more in store than you're betting on. So go ahead. And then you're an Aquarius too. Aquarius is so innovative. Like, I'm an Aquarius rising, so I got a little bit of it in me too. So I feel you. On the, like, we may be a little like weird at times. Like the idea might be like, I don't know. Go for it. I'm telling you. Go for it, and you can do it. You can. I promise you, something's going to hit. Okay, so last but not least, we have our Pisces. So you have 2 of Cups, and then you have organized for success. Do not let the word organize intimidate you, as it is simply a way for you to ensure clarity of purpose. Organizing your thoughts, your reports, your living and workspace, and your finances will help you know and plan your next action steps. Okay, organize for success. 2 of Cups. So 2 of Cups typically is about just sharing, intertwining. What I'm seeing here is that, I don't know why I'm hearing better together. Better together. So maybe what's going on here is now I'm thinking of the Temperance card, which is Sagittarius energy. I don't know why that's coming to me, but so what I'm feeling here is that maybe I want to say someone's coming in, but I almost feel like someone already tried or is out there willingly trying to help you, but it's not hitting. You're so used to maybe doing things on your own that you kind of don't know how to incorporate someone else or something else into this mix. It does say here, do not let the word organize intimidate you. It's as simply as a way for you to ensure clarity of purpose. So I'm feeling like maybe this is about getting out of the feeling of whatever it is that you're experiencing and getting more into the logical aspects of it. I feel like because their hands are not totally put together, it's almost like a disconnect. This is probably the most difficult one I had, and it's crazy because you're the last Pisces. Everybody else seemed to be flowing, but as soon as I get to your ass, I'm like, I don't know, but it feels like there's some sort of disconnect here or some hesitancy in terms of incorporating something with whatever it is that you already have going on. So if this is a relationship, it's almost like you're hesitant to allow that person in because you're so used to maybe dysfunction. Maybe they're more like level-headed, and or if this is business, or even if this is something as simple as cleaning up. It's almost as if you are hesitant to commit yourself to it. However, if you really look at the bowls, it's like they both have something to give to this. And it's like almost saying, don't stifle yourself, and don't block your own blessings. That's what's coming to me. Don't block your own blessings by being fearful. Don't allow fear to consume you to the point where it just intimidates you out of getting what is rightfully yours, or what is not even rightfully yours, but what you're deserving of, or what's entitled, what you're entitled to. And I don't mean it in a way where you're like holier than thou, but just in a way where when things are set up for you in a way that'll benefit you, but you kind of can't see them. We can at times have a habit of being our own problem, more or less. And I feel like this is saying to you that you just want to kind of let it in, even if you have to ease it in. Go at your own pace. Nobody's saying cling to the hand or the thing like as for dear life, but just to say ease your way into it. But you want to make sure that your I's are dotted and your T's are crossed all across the board, because whatever this thing is has the potential to be like some sort of a catalyst, or some sort of it has the potential for you to profit off of it. And I don't mean just financially, but just in life in general, in terms of that. That's what I'm getting here. And there also, I know it sounds crazy, but there's a black hand and a white hand or whatever mixing. So I feel like the black and white, and it being a Two of Cups, it goes back to the High Priestess here, and maybe just kind of using your intuition with some of this. Not necessarily, again, your emotions, but just factoring your intuition in, because there will be some black and white, and then there will be some gray areas in there in between that you'll have to sort through with more than just your emotion. You'll have to be organized and logical and intuitive, and just use the mind a lot more than you may be used to in this particular situation. So yeah, that is what I'm getting for the Pisces, and I hope that resonates. Let me know if it does down in the comments. Whew! So I am all done. I have never just straight through boom boom boom. So this was nice. This was fun. I may do this more often because it was quick, easy mini messages. I really enjoyed doing this for you all. Please let me know down in the comments if any of this resonates with you. Give me a like, give me a subscribe. Like I said in the intro, if you'd like to book a personal session with me, I do certified Reiki practitioner sessions. I also do intuitive tarot reading sessions over on my website, www.theangelicmuse.com. And yeah, I thank you all so much for being here, and I pray you enjoy the rest of your day or your night.